person said, I know what you did. Most expensive thing you own. Are you leaving Nigeria to the UK? Are you in a relationship? What do you want to specialize in? What is your biggest insecurity? Why will I be engaged? So how are you able to afford the things you wanted? I don't want to get married anything earlier than, mark my words, bruh. Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. If you're new to my channel, you're very welcome. My name is Busola. I am a medical doctor living in Lagos, Nigeria. I make medicine and lifestyle content. If you've not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and check out all my videos. I'm sure you would absolutely enjoy them. We have a long overdue Q&A. I have been wanting to do this for so long. I did one, but that was just strictly for house job because I had a lot of questions on that. The last time we had a Q&A was, I think, about 2 years ago, or over 2 years ago actually. A lot of things have changed and I just decided to put a poll up on my Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, you're very wrong. You're going to get a lot more updates on there than you would get here. So I put up a poll and you guys asked me some questions and I'm just going to be picking from some of those questions and answering them. There are some questions that I'm not going to be answering, questions that I feel like I just don't want to answer here. I'm just not going to answer it. So if you ask me a question and I didn't answer, just know that I didn't want to answer it, pretty much. So this is the link I use. Without further ado, let's get straight into the questions and answers. Okay, it's not even a question, right? This message was so funny to me. This person said, I know what you did. Like literally, just I know what you did, full stop. I feel like I know who this may be. I feel like it's one of my friends. Very annoying. Have you ever been fired from a job? No, I have never been fired from a job. I've had 5 jobs in my lifetime. I was a business developer in a startup tech company a long time ago. I was also a baker. With medicine, I've had 3 jobs as a medical doctor. So no, I've not been fired from any of them. There are some that I quit and some that just ran the course of time and my program was done and I had to leave. What is your biggest ick or non-negotiables? I think she's just talking about relationships generally and then professionally as well. So let me talk about relationships first. With relationships, I think my biggest ick is inconsistency. Being shady, hot, cold. Today you are not my friend, tomorrow you are my friend, the day after you are all lovey-dovey and you love me so much and you just can't communicate. Just being on and off and being non-communicative or being a poor communicator is the biggest ick for me. With people that I've already chosen to be in my life, baseline, you have to have a number of different things for me to have chosen for you to be in my life. But like along the line, the thing that would 100% affect us a lot would be not being communicative. Like a lot of other issues, not every issue, but a lot of other issues can be solved with communication, or maybe not even be solved, but like be improved upon with good communication. So if you want to wear me out a lot, just be non-communicative or be a poor communicator. As a medical doctor, my biggest ick in the workplace would be lack of clear job description, which is something that I am plagued with. Okay, I feel like where I am working presently is a lot better with that than all the other places I've worked at. Pretty much your job description just being open to several interpretations. I like certainty when it comes to my job. In fact, I like certainty in every aspect of my life, but it's more important even professionally. Unfortunately, what I chose to do in life does not really work well with that, but I am trying to see how I can make the best of the situation that I'm in right now, and so far so good. We are trying to make it work. Okay, what is the most expensive thing you own? I think it has to be this house. Okay, that's the most expensive thing I own. My apartment is the most expensive thing I own. It costs me an arm and a leg. Let's just put it that way and close that chapter. What do you think about politics? I'm not a political person. I feel like I have been stung by politics. Personally, in my life, I have been stung by it. So it's something that I don't like to dabble into at all. Do I think everybody should be concerned and be involved in politics, especially when it comes to their country, their state, their city, their local government? Yes, I do think so, because it directly affects your standard of life. The relationship between good governance and how your life is going to turn out is almost linear. It is so important. I cannot stress that enough. But I feel like with the state that we are at in Nigeria, I would not blame anybody who is numb to politics or political issues, because we can't really control a lot of things. Are you going to be taking USMLE, PLAB or other exams? If you guys don't know what USMLE or PLAB is, USMLE is the licensing exams for medical doctors, for immigrant medical doctors to be able to practice in America, and PLAB is the equivalent of that for the United Kingdom, for the UK. Okay, so this person is asking me if I'm writing or if I'm going to be writing any of those exams so that I can like relocate and work in either the UK, the US or any other country. And to that I would say no comment. Okay, I get this question a lot about what the next step is, but guys, I am still doing NYSC. I get a lot of people asking me like, do you want to just like start residency here in Nigeria? I have a couple of questions like that actually that I'm going to read. Do I want to start residency here in Nigeria, or do I want to write exams and relocate? All of those things are in the works now. I'm not going to give a definite answer for that, but they are in the works. Okay, like after NYSC year, I definitely have to take a step. The options available to me, I think I spoke about it in depth in one of my videos. I'm going to leave a link here. The options available to me as a medical doctor after NYSC: first of all, writing my primaries and going into a residency program in Nigeria. Secondly is to just continue as a GP, as a general practitioner. Thirdly is to write professional exams for other countries and relocate there, and continue on from there. And lastly is to completely leave medicine and start something else with my life. Okay, so those are the options, and it is a lot to think about and to decide, because any decision you make affects the trajectory of your life very significantly, and what that looks like is very diverse. Every single outcome of all those scenarios is not similar. There's no similar outcome. Everything is completely different from the other one. So it is a lot to think about, and I am giving myself a lot of time to think about it and figure it out and make steps. Right now I am currently making a couple of steps, to be honest. I'm not going to lie and say that I'm not taking steps or I'm not making moves towards different paths. Okay, because I feel like it would be stupid to spend the whole of house job year and the whole of NYSC year not thinking about it at all, or not at least making some steps in some direction. Okay, so I am currently doing that, but it's something that I am not discussing currently. Okay, I feel like when the time is right and when I have completely figured it out, then I would bring it to you guys and I would explain to you guys what I want to do, if that makes sense. There are so many questions about this, guys. I didn't know that a lot of you guys were so curious about what my next step is, but I feel like that's the most common question I got. This person said, what are your plans for the future? Are you leaving Nigeria to the UK? So I feel like I also kind of answered that question already. Can somebody do other tasks and still have a distinction in medical school? I think what this person is trying to say is that, can you be involved in other things and still get a distinction in medical school? And my plain answer to that is yes, point blank, you can. Okay, is it more difficult for you to combine other things with medicine and still be exceptional in medical school? Yes, it is. It's more difficult, obviously. It's a no-brainer. It's easier for you to focus on one task and be a master in that one task than for you to try to master in 3 different or 2 different things. Okay, it will take a lot more of your time, a lot more scheduling, a lot more focus and determination and diligence from you. But yes, it is very, very possible. That being said, a lot of students that are like top scorers in medical school mostly just focus on medical school. That is the truth. I didn't say all of them, I said a lot of them. If you slip up once and you focus more on the other thing you are doing than medical school, it can really affect your grades and your medical school outcome. Medicine requires your attention. I always say that it is a jealous boyfriend. Okay, it doesn't want you to join other things with it. If not, there will be consequences. If you feel like you can do it and you have enough determination, I would say go for it. Okay, you can do other things and still get distinctions in medical school. Hey God, I did not realize how many of these questions you guys had. Do you have any plans of writing any international licensing exams or to go to the US or UK? Bruh, please, can you share hospitals where one can do NYSC that is not too busy and the pay is not very low, like 50k upwards? If you are looking for a place that is not busy, then you don't want a hospital. You want a clinic. You want a local government area that doesn't have a lot of workload. And if you are working under Lagos State government, the pay actually is about 70,000 naira minus your NYSC monthly allowance. That's the best bet for you if you're looking for something free and not too busy. There are places that you only have to go twice a week. There are places once a week. There are places even less frequent than that. What do you want to specialize in? I'm going to be 100% honest with you answering this and telling you guys that I have no idea. Up until now, I still don't know what I want to specialize in. And the answer I usually give to this question is that I have top contenders, but I haven't decided yet. And that's where we still are. I still haven't decided. Okay, I still don't know what I want to do. I don't know what area I want to specialize in. I don't know if I want to do GP. I don't think so though. I feel like the only reason why I would do general practice is to be able to have other things. Do you understand? Like have more of a life outside of medicine. But if I wanted to invest more time in medicine, then I wouldn't do GP. I would actually specialize in something. Experience in medical school and my experience doing house job, they were different. After medical school, I had top contenders that were knocked off after house job or during house job. My experience in house job just made them a lot less desirable for me. So yeah, I feel like right now I am still very much trying to figure it out. I feel like I still have a little bit more time. I feel like I have till the end of the year to properly decide. So yeah guys, I don't think there's a crime in being clueless for the time being, especially when you don't specifically have to make a decision in that moment. Are you in a relationship? So I got a lot of questions like this as well. Someone even asked me if I was engaged. Why will I be engaged? First of all, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know if it's that I don't know, you guys can be stressful sometimes. Okay, somebody asked me if I was engaged. There was somebody, not in this Q&A though, but somebody literally sent me a DM and asked if I was married. Nobody knows anything about me. They know that part is very private. Okay, so I don't discuss it. I don't disclose if I am. Obviously I'm not married and I'm definitely not engaged. Okay, but if I am single, in a relationship, seeing someone in a situationship, whatever the situation may be, that's not something that I am going to be ever talking about online. That's not my niche. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that it is not my own cup of tea. I'm not going to be discussing a boyfriend on this channel. Maybe a fiance or a husband, but definitely not a boyfriend. Okay, I'm not discussing a boyfriend on this channel ever, mark my words. What was your most challenging exam in medical school? And till today, hands down, my most challenging exam has to be my 4th year pharmacology exam. I don't even know what made it so challenging, but there were a couple of factors. But the one I'm going to disclose to you guys is the fact that because I was panicky night before the exam, I went and took coffee. Mind you guys, I don't drink coffee. Before that, I did used to drink coffee, and then I took coffee from my friend and I told her to like mix the coffee for me, like just help me like make the coffee. I didn't know that this babe is a coffee junkie and just takes coffee like water. So I feel like the concentration she did for me was too strong. Guys, when I was ready to sleep that night, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't concentrate. I was jacked up. Like my brain was haywire. Like, I couldn't study, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't close my eyes. My entire system was just firing off from all the angles. It was terrible. Got to the exam hall, sleep deprived. The exam was hard as well. My eyes would be open and I would just see black, like a black curtain, like just like I genuinely believed that I was going to fail that exam. I think that has to be it. Even though there are a lot of different options to choose from, it was only until later in medical school that I started not being scared of exams. Earlier in medical school, I was really scared of exams. Later in medical school, exams were a breeze. 5th year, 6th year, just exams were a chicken change to me. What is your biggest insecurity? I think it is very unwise for you to just put your insecurities on a platter on the internet. I think it is completely unwise. I would not do it. But genuinely, to be honest, right off the top of my head, I can't think about any insecurity right now. Okay, obviously we all have insecurities, but is there anyone that is bugging me so much right now that immediately you say insecurity, like it's already in my mind? No, I actually genuinely just can't think of anything right now to be honest that I'm acutely insecure about. I had like past insecurities that I have completely gotten over now, and that I can talk about because nobody can use insecurities that you've already completely healed from against you. And I think that my past insecurity would be not being confident in how smart I was. Medical school made me feel foolish. Thankfully, it was a whole process, and I feel like the major part of me recovering from that wasn't even the fact that I started doing well in medical school. It was the fact that my loved ones did not for 1 second let me like voice out that insecurity, and they would just agree. They never agreed with me, and they were always such a positive reinforcement. Like, they were always so supportive, so uplifting with words, with actions, all of that. And I did not for once feel like my loved ones felt like I was stupid, even though there was evidence to the contrary with some exams in medical school. But I feel like that just helped me, because it's like, if all these people are saying what I am not saying, then maybe I should start paying attention to that thing. This is a very important one, which I already spoke about in one of my previous vlogs, but I'm going to talk about it. So this person asked, how did you save or make money while in school? Because I never seem to have any money, and I don't even live beyond my means. So how are you able to afford the things you wanted? And the honest truth about this is that I wasn't particularly saving money. I didn't really lack for anything or want for anything in medical school. I had people around me, my family, my loved ones. If I should just pick up my phone and I should call, like, oh, I need this, things are getting sorted. And that was how I could be comfortable in medical school. It wasn't anything I did particularly. Apart from that, I owned a baking business that was bringing in good money. I had to stop baking in my 5th year, actually. So from 5th year, I wasn't even getting the income I was getting from baking, and I didn't really notice a difference. Okay, I got allowances and I got all the extras that I needed from my people, from my loved ones, from my family, all of that. So that was how I was able to afford it. I always say this, even right now, my life right now is not 100% sponsored by my salary. I don't want anybody seeing my life right now and thinking, oh, why am I not living this exact same life if I am working equally as hard or maybe even harder? And then you just start getting discouraged, like you are doing something wrong. You're not. I just happen to be privileged to be able to have all these people in my life who would help me if I'm down or if I need or want something, and just like help me regardless of the fact that I am an adult now and I should be able to take care of myself 100%. Finances can be hard, especially if you don't have external help. I don't know what I would do if I did not have all the help that I currently do. At what age do you want to get married? Okay, so this one I can actually answer. To be honest, I never wanted to get married anything earlier than 27. if my close friends remember, I remember in my first year in medical school, we're having this random conversation, me and some other girls. I remember we were saying the times that they wanted to get married. Some people said 25, 24, and I was like, to be very honest with you, mind you, I was dating then, like I was in a relationship. Actually, it was second year of medical school. I was in a very serious relationship, and I was like, I don't want to get married anything earlier than 27. Okay, and people thought I was so crazy then. Like, everybody was like, what do you mean? Like, literally, you have the love of your life. I don't put timelines to a lot of these things. I don't think there's an age that is too old. Okay, you can get married at 50 for all you care, but I think that for some people there are ages that may be too young, depending on your exposure and level of maturity and who you're actually marrying. The younger you are, you're more likely easier to be groomed, and grooming is such a huge thing in Nigeria. You don't know who you are. Anybody who hasn't really gotten to know themselves in depth, I don't feel like that person has any business getting married. Obviously, that is not age related. It is not determined by age. I had my cousin got married recently. She's way younger than me. She got married recently, and to be honest, I feel like for the most part she knows herself quite well. I don't think it is age related, but I feel like the younger you are, the more easier you will be to be groomed and manipulated. So I do think that there is an age that is too young, but I don't think there's an age that is too old. I just want to get married 30 years plus or minus 2. I feel like that is, to me, a good time to get married. 30 years plus or minus 2 years old. So between 28 and 32 years would be, like, for me, an ideal time for me to get married. Not for anybody, for me to get married. We have come to the end of this Q&A. I hope that you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to be kind to yourself and kind to others. I'll see you in my next one. Okay, bye.